back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's pick a card. We are doing our weekly love pick a card to see what is going on in love this week for everyone. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile. We have group 1 with the pink stone. Group 2 with the white stone. Group 3 with the blue stone. And group 4 with the green stone. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, but we're just going to get started. All right, if you chose group 1 with the pink stone, this is your reading. We're using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot for you today. And we're going to see what is going on this week for you in love, Spirit. This is for group 1. Group 1 with the pink stone. What is going on for group 1 in love this week? I just heard unlike you, and we have be aware of codependency that just fell on the table here. So there may be something coming out of you this week that is rather unlike you, and it's looking like a desire to be around someone more than, usually you need to, a desire to talk to someone more, an aversion to think about someone more. And it seems very unlike you, Spirit. Oh, we got the twin flame card that just came out. So some action with your twin flame happening this week. Let's see. For some of you, your twin flame is coming back for a second chance. We have to pay attention to the red flags and make the effort. So that is like concerning. Okay, be aware of codependency and twin flame. Let's see what Spirit has going on here. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life is what it says on be aware of codependency. And twin flame says this person is your mirror soul. This is why your connection feels so sacred to you. For some of you, you're discovering who your twin flame is or realizing that someone you've been talking to is your twin flame by the way you finally make that attachment to them this week. It's going to feel very different. It's going to feel very odd for you. It's unlike you to feel this drawn towards someone, especially to an uncontrollable extent. Like I feel like it's unlike you to not be able to control whether or not you like someone or how much you want to give to someone. But with this person that you're dealing with this week, this person where there's this energetic exchange with, it's kind of out of your hands and very natural how your feelings just kind of bubble up to the surface when it comes to them. We have to pay attention to the red flags. It says know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. And then make the effort says this love is worth taking risks and you are called to move forward. So Spirit's not, telling you to back up. Spirit's not telling you to let up. Spirit's actually telling you to proceed. But I think just be aware of codependency. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of them as well. Energy is fluid, and that's the thing about twin flame connections. Typically, you're always bouncing off of each other and switching roles, and they could be showing up this way as well. So be mindful of that. We have open yourself to love. Oh my goodness, Spirit. Okay. Okay. This is a hectic week for you guys. We have new love and open yourself up to love. Open yourself to love says it's safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. New love says a new chapter begins, whether it is with a new partner or in a current relationship. So for a lot of you, your relationship, your current relationship, whoever you've been talking to, thinking about, dealing with, that relationship is deepening. It's opening up a new chapter. Like I said, there's this pivot. There's this like really deeply insightful and deeply touching revelation that there's something more going on here, that you've actually been dealing with a twin flame and in a twin flame dynamic. Even for those of you who it hasn't been toxic, twin flame connections typically go in a toxic direction, but when they're good, they're really good. And sometimes for some people, especially if they meet in a time in life where they've already had a bunch of relationships that have evolved them, twin flame connections can still work seamlessly. So they're not like always guaranteed to be a mess, just a lot of the times. We have different paths, and be honest, different paths says you are not on the same page with the person you have in mind. The directions that you want to move in are different. Be honest says heart-to-heart conversations are necessary, and it is safe for you to talk about your feelings. So you're being called to talk about your feelings this week. You're being called to put in the effort to make this connection move forward, and to kind of, you know, take that responsibility and that the responsible role and say, okay, we can't control what other people do, so I can't make this person be vulnerable and open up first, so I'm just going to take authority over this situation and I'm just going to do that. Like, Spirit is calling, you know, you to be open. It's time for you to experience love, whether it's, you know, with the person you're currently dealing with or whether it's with someone totally new. For some of you who are completely single, dealing with an energetic twin flame dynamic, there is a new person, a hot new bombshell entering the villa. There is new love coming for you. So there will be someone in the 3D to get excited about soon. And that'll be cool. We have cats out of the bag, confidence, and I won't keep asking. So some of you, Spirit's like, listen, it's time for you to speak your truth. If you've been dealing with a twin flame for a while, tell them everything that you're feeling. Like, Spirit is calling you and challenging you to express yourself to this person and to give them essentially an ultimatum, because we have the I won't keep asking card. So Spirit is like, at this point, this person is keeping you like held back timeline wise. Certain things are on hold because this connection is just taking up so much of like what you have to use. Like, imagine you're a battery and this connection takes 70% of your thoughts or your time or your energy. It's like you only have that 30% left. So it's like, even if you're not obsessed with them, but this is still taking a lot of your energy, you don't have enough battery to complete your personal timeline anymore, or to complete your life purpose, or to get to the next level in other areas of your life. So Spirit's like, we're not going to stay on hold forever. And you may have asked for this. For some of you, you've been stressed out, feeling like, you know, I'm tired of connections that aren't working. I'm tired of connections that are energetic. I'm tired of connections that don't have very much action, or that I have to microanalyze. And Spirit's like, all right, well, let's shift. Your part is having the conversation. My part is bringing a new love to you. Will you do your part? You know, Spirit's kind of hitting you with that reverse Uno card. So it's a little tough because it's like, it does call for you to be vulnerable and have confidence and to be clear about how you feel. We have stopped being bossy, stuck to you like glue, and you're worth love. So sorry, but I'm going to have to squash this. Like, it's just an excuse. You know, there is someone out there that's going to love you for who you are, and it's up to you to find them. So I'm not going to entertain this, oh, people always think I'm so bossy. I don't want to come across as someone who's trying to control everything. I don't want to come across as that crazy person. Babes, you may just be that crazy person. Like, we all are sometimes. Or maybe you are bossy. So what? Like, why are we so afraid of being who we are? There's people who will accept it and there's people who won't. Let's bring back, like, moving on with your life if things don't work out or if someone's not a match. Like, why does it have to be something where it's like, oh, you have to change? Like, let's bring back not changing. Let me not start ranting and going like totally left, but the stop being bossy energy is just like, no, that's not enough for me. I can't accept that. Like, I see, where you're coming from, and I get that narrative. And yeah, it is exhausting for people to constantly misunderstand you, but it's also exhausting to be living a life inauthentically with people that damn near seem like NPCs because you can't connect with them on that deep level because those aren't your tribe. Like, because those are just people who are around that, if you can stuff yourself in a box, they'll be there. Who cares about those people? Like, it's time to go for deeper connections. It's time to move past that. So you're worth love, stuck to you like glue. The people who are for you will be for you. They will accept you for who you are. But I'm not going to entertain this, oh, I don't want to be bossy. I'm not going to entertain this like, oh, I don't want to run over people. Run them over. And if they get run over by you, guess what? That means you're not compatible. Because the people who can stand up against you are the only people who are even strong enough for you to build a solid foundation with. So unless you're trying to build a house of cards, why are you fooling around with this person who you could blow over? Like, what are we doing here? Spirit, anything else from this deck? You're worth love. Those who understand you and are truly in alignment with you will honor you. Oh, dang. Another card from a whole nother deck talking about be honest. We got the be honest card that came out of this deck as well, and breaking free. So yeah, under that, Spirit's really driving this point home. Like, this is the week that you get set free. This is, or it can be, it can be if you choose for it to be. And honestly, even with your twin flame, like, even if they say no right up front, we have let's take a break and put a ring on it. So with your ultimatum, maybe they just need time to think. That's another thing. Some people just need more time to process. I'm like that personally. Like, I hate being asked stuff on the spot. I'd rather like have time to like think it over and make my decision. So a lot of times my knee-jerk reaction will be like, no, unless people give me time. And then most of the time, my opinion really will change because I'm like Doctor Strange. I got to see all the outcomes, and as long as it seems cool to me, then I'll probably say yeah. So some people just need time depending on how they process. But what I see happening for you this week so far, I see you really wanting to cling on to someone, and it's better to let them go at this time. And it's not even letting them go. It's like you're wanting to cling to someone instead of having a conversation where you're honest with them about what it is that you're thinking and feeling, or what it is that you need. I just noticed one of these cards were already flipped over. And that's really what Spirit's calling you to do, like to have a conversation, not even to let go. But I think you're looking ahead and you're assuming that you're going to have to let go. And maybe you will, but for a lot of you, it would be temporary. And even if you do have to let go, like, this is freedom. Spirit is really calling you to be honest with people. If there's something you don't like, be honest. Like, no, I don't like when you flirt that way. I understand that you're joking, but I don't take that as joking, or I don't like that. Don't do that. Like, communicating with people, or no, I'm not cool with that, or no, I don't want to talk, or this feels one-sided, or I like you. Like, whatever is on your chest this week for you, group one, is about speaking your truth and aligning with your tribe, because it's like you can't align with authentic experiences or authentic people or strong connections if your life is filled up with, just placeholders. Spirit's like, let's get rid of these placeholders. Let's clean house. We have Judgment in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. I feel like there is a strong aversion to standing up in this moment and like ending it or doing the right thing, because it's like after this, there's going to be a clearing. And you've been in a fog for a while, some of you, and it's like you're not ready for the fog to clear. Like, the daydream has become comfortable or fun to some degree, or just normal. So it's like to strip that away and then return to real life, like, not appealing. That's not something that Not something that a lot of you want to do. But we have the Four of Wands. So the main thing that I see happening this week, Spirit is really trying to replace the fake with the real. The daydreamed with the real. The placeholder with the real boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, friend, even business opportunity. Like, you can apply this to everything going on in your life. Spirit's trying to clean out all this fake shit and get all of these placeholders out. I swear one of these just flipped. We have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So I don't see that you guys are completely against a new beginning with the Page of Swords. I think I said Page of Wands. Page of Swords with the Seven of Wands in reverse. I don't think you're completely against a new beginning with the Page of Swords coming up. And I feel like you're actually understanding what Spirit is communicating. But Seven of Wands in reverse, you just don't, some of you guys are not feeling like putting in very much work at this time. And it's just a timing thing. There's a timing issue here because it's not that you have to put in this work because that's even like the way it is. It's just like, that's the time we're in. Like, I think as humans, we think so linear where it's like, okay, if we just went through a rough cycle or if we've been working, hustling, then we feel in our brain like, okay, it's reward time or it's time for a break because that's how the matrix runs. It teaches you like after you work hard, you get a little break. But when you're working with the all, when you're working with that other dynamic, that spiritual dynamic, that God dynamic, it is not linear. It's a lot of times all over the place and it can be very exhausting. And I'm just learning to surrender personally because I'm learning it is what it is. I've been kicking and fighting so long as a water baby, as a water sign, as a Cancer, as a stubborn, love to stay in my shell, love to be in the same routine person, to just surrender because it's just the way it is. Like, I don't have a godly perspective on it. I have to surrender to it just like everyone else does. So let me know if you know something, if you have like a magical way to deal with all of this and to surrender, let us know, enlighten us in the comments below. But yeah, it's just tricky because I see your side of it, you know, kind of feeling just a bit tired, probably tired and unmotivated, you know. So it's like, ugh, I'm exhausted. I'm tired of everything having to be a conversation. I'm tired of everything having to be like something. I just want to kind of like live for a while and just sit and not do anything. Everything, if it's complicated, you may be disengaging, to be real. We got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. And one thing about the Empress, like, she's going to do what she wants to do. Like, she does not fear anything. She knows who she is. She knows she has abundance. She's going to be all right. She is the Empress. She don't have to act like nothing. Nice. We got the Sun at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Star card here. The Sun and the Star is a sign of magical events. That's eclipse energy. That's also, for some readers, it indicates like fame, when divine timing and wish fulfillment align. We have the High Priestess and the Knight of Swords. So a lot of good coming towards you. Like, this is a love reading, but this is giving me a different energy where it's like some of you may say to hell with all of this and go on a path of singlehood, to be real. Like, I can see what Spirit is trying to get me to do, but I'm going to say no to that for now. And I'm just going to explore my path of happiness and do what feels good to me and do what's easy. And that's just going to be what it is. Whatever. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. More power to you. Like, you'll still, you know, be able to tap into abundance whenever, you know, you want to, or tap into this path, like, you know, at a later time. But with that Sun at the bottom of the deck and the Star and the High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, I feel like if you're on the run right now, you may miss the abundance. I still feel like you'll catch on though. There is something happening now, but there's been so many false new beginnings that it's hard to trust. So I feel like some of you are just keeping it simple. You're in an energy of simplicity. And you're like, listen, whatever is easy is what's going to be, good or bad. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what would happen if you ignore what Spirit's, because if Spirit's telling you to move and it's in relation to this Four of Wands energy, Four of Wands is like a sacred sacred partner energy. We had the Judgment card in reverse that came up before. So it's like, not answering the call, King of Swords in reverse, not wanting to take on responsibility. I don't know if you would miss any abundance though. Like, I don't know that you would miss anything if you didn't be honest with the people in your life. I think that you would just sit in this fog and sit frustrated longer. But I can't say that you would miss out on any abundance or, good experiences. I think you'd just be trading them for different experiences. Like, this is what you're in alignment with now. For some of you with that Star card and the Sun, some of you it's fame, some of you it's business success, notoriety, quantum leaping, going viral. Some of you it's marriage. We have trust and standstill. So Spirit is saying, like, yes, with the Wonders card that came out as well, the abundance will, be available. The things that Spirit wants to offer you will still be available in the future. Maybe it'll be with different people, if too much time goes by, or it'll look different. Or, instead of like, say you wanted to go, say you're like 20 right now, you're 20 years old, say you wanted to wait until you were 25 to get serious about love. Like, that would just mean you'd miss out on like those 5 years, with the person, but you would still end up, getting in alignment with a person or someone in that same energy of, what that Four of Wands would be for you whenever you are ready. So it'll always be available. So yeah, I guess just do what's well in your heart, do what feels right in your heart, but Spirit is calling you to be honest and be aware of codependency this week. That is what I got for you, Group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the White Stone, this is your reading this week in love. What will happen? Well, we shall see. Oh, we got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Spirit for Group 2 with the White Stone. Group 2 with the White Stone. What will happen for Group 2 this week in love? Some of you guys are, how do you say it? Struck gold, streaking gold. Some of you guys, it feels like you struck gold this week. That Wheel of Fortune energy is coming through. Nice. Yeah, you guys are being called to come out of your shell. There is a relationship that's deepening this week. And also, I feel like for those of you who are trying to manifest someone or something special, it is very much so coming, if not here. We have deepening deception and law of attraction. So you can feel it energetically. You can feel like something is happening, something is coming, someone is coming in. Like, you can feel it. But at the same time, I feel like it's hard for you to trust because of all the false new beginnings that you've had, or because of all the times when you felt like something was going to come through, but then things changed. Deception says someone is wearing a mask in this relationship, but I definitely feel like this is internalized deception. I definitely feel like this is an emotional thing, a spiritual thing, a feeling, not someone deceiving you in the 3D. We have deepening and law of attraction. Deepening says a relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this. And law of attraction says you have been manifesting this relationship. Everything that you want will soon be yours. So a new beginning coming in. And it is exciting. It's very much so exciting. But you're having a hard time trusting the process, having a hard time trusting that this is real. It's just very hard with all that you've been through. Very hard with the new beginnings that have already happened. We have true love and make the effort. True love says, this is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. Make the effort says, this love is worth taking risks, and you are being called to move forward. So Spirit is saying this is the time to start embodying. You may notice that Spirit is like really calling you to do some shopping, like shopping as far as like getting your house stocked up, like almost as if guests are arriving soon, or shopping as far as like your aesthetic and how you present yourself. Like you may feel this energy, like you may be feeling like nesting. In a nesting energy. It's what pregnant women do. It's what birds do. Animals do. Any creature that can give life in that way. Like when their baby is coming, they start nesting. They start, stocking up on extra things, getting ready, preparing. And you may feel like you're in a nesting energy right now. So we have be present and redirect your thoughts. Spirit does not want you to acknowledge the negative. Spirit doesn't want you to acknowledge your fears at this time and be giving them authority over your life. Spirit wants you to be present in the moment. Be present says you will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you all be, all there. Spirit is like, we're aligning with right place, right time. Places, I just heard places, like, they say like in the back of a show or a play. Spirit's like, everybody, let's get on deck. Everybody, let's get in position. Things are about to happen. Things are about to go down, group 2. So you need to be present so that you can, play your part, your role in things coming together, and redirect your thoughts towards the negative. We have letting go. And pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags says, know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. Letting go says, if someone leaves you more confused than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. I feel like this is about the certain content and people that you watch and follow. This would be a good time to go on all of your apps, seeing who you're following and seeing like, okay, whose content has been giving me the ick lately? Who do I need to mute? Who do I need to snooze? Who do I need to flat out unfollow? Who do I need to disconnect from? Who do I need to stop idolizing? Who do I need to stop checking up on? The content that you watch, the people you look up to, the people you surround yourself with. And also the past, of course, shadow work. What do you need to let go of? What are you holding on to? Is there something that there should be nothing that people can do that automatically makes you think that they're a certain kind of person, because that completely takes you out of your present experience, and it causes you to completely live out of your left brain. And it's not even your brain. It's a lot of times someone else's thought or idea that they posted on social media. It got a lot of interaction. It really made you feel a way, so you committed to it. But it's time to release that shit. Like, Spirit's like, listen, you need to be present in the moment. Like, say, someone told some like really polarizing story about how, they shouldn't have ignored the red flag, and it sounds silly, but if someone doesn't open the door, it gives them the ick, and then they talk about this crazy experience that they went on where someone didn't open the door and it turned out to be a shit show. And so now you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely a red flag. So if you go on a first date with someone and they don't open up the door, you're automatically like, nope, this isn't the one for me, or busting their balls now. So you're like changing the harmony between the two of you, not really being able to get to know them because you're looking at them in a more of an offensive kind of way now. Spirit's like, I need all of that programming, all that conditioning to go. If someone does XYZ, that does not automatically make them an F-boy, a F-girl, or a waste of space, or someone that's not for you. I need you present in this moment, or you're going to miss out. We got the lust card here as well. So maybe you like very masculine energy. Maybe you like people who are aggressive, people who are even a little jealous, or kind of, manhandle you a little bit. Maybe not physically, but like, emotionally. Someone who plays with your head, someone who plays games. And Spirit's like, listen, you better tap out of that. The next connection you're making is a grower, not a shower. We have lust and give them a chance. So I don't feel like the initial reaction you have to them, it's like you see them as very sweet or very nice or very kind, like those kind of things. You're not seeing them as like, oh, I want to rip off I want to rah rah. Like, you know, you're not seeing them in that super carnal energy. And that may be something that you've always based, you know, whether or not you'll move into a connection or not on. But Spirit's saying like, now I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to only lean into certain connections that, you know, these little nuances, where these nuances happen. Spirit wants you to be present. We also have gossip and wait a little bit longer. People are talking about you at this time. People may be wondering what you have going on. Your exes may be talking about you, checking up on you. Even pillow talking about you to like their new whoever else they're dealing with. And they're like, can you please give it a rest already? Like, do you want to go be with the ex or what? Because you keep talking about them like you do. Whoever they're currently with is tired. But I feel an energy of you guys have like exes and friends talking about you. Also family members, people wondering what's up with you. Like, who are you dating? Who are you talking to? People are having a hard time believing that you're not talking to anyone. So everyone is trying to get the tea on you. Everyone's trying to be in the know, get the drop on you. And I feel like it's better to stay silent. You're manifesting something. Don't go telling people how you've been manifesting or what you've been doing. They're not going to get it. They're not going to understand. And it's going to make you feel like, or question like what you're doing in the first place. And you don't need to be going off track now, especially when you're so close. We got out of the blue and long-term relationship. Nice. So your next connection is coming out of the blue. Spirit is saying it's most important for you to be present in your body, present in your moment, present in this experience. Let go of any beliefs that you have, self-limiting beliefs, beliefs about other people. Being present in the moment is going to be like the most important thing. And then also grounded, because it's one thing to be present in the moment. It's another thing to be also dropped down into your own body, your own experience, your own life. Knowing who you are, sitting in your confidence. We have the backstabber card. Group 2, it's something that keeps trying to come out. So be aware of people. This is a good week not to talk to anyone, to be honest. I wouldn't let anyone know what's going on with you at all. Not even like co-workers. Like, just keep everyone at arm's length right now. We have pump your brakes and backstabber. So someone is clearly overstepping your boundaries or clearly coming in trying to get some information or trying to be messy. Someone may be hitting you up and it seems like, you know, they're being nice and they want to hang out with you. I would say don't go because it really doesn't feel like it's coming from a place of, oh, I value you as a person and I want to connect with you. It feels like it's coming from a place of, I want the tea and I'm, you know, a part of a ring of other people who want the tea on you. So I'm the person who you would least expect would be on some stuff like this. So I'm just the person coming, you know, through trying to make it seem like I want to hang out with you, but really I just want to know what you got going on in your life. Make sure you're protecting your peace, your happiness, your home, all of that. Spirit, what's going on this week in love for group 2? Nice. We got the Sun card. Some sort of victory or some sort of win happening this week. Like I said, for some of you, it's that you're manifesting your true love. And for some of you, it is still going to take time. It's still going to take time. One of these cards said it's like slipped in a little bit like over the next few months. Oh, it was this one, the deepening card. A relationship with family, or what did it say? No, it says a relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this. So for some of you, it's still going to take some time. And for a lot of you, it's outside of your control. We have the Ace of Wands here as well. Spirit is really telling you to focus on creating, focus on being artistic, focus on being happy, focus on being present in the moment, and happy things, things that make you feel happy, things that make you feel good, eating good food, having good experiences, harnessing your creative energy, just kind of being in your mood. Because even though you're aligning with true love and the law of attraction is working, you're manifesting certain things, Spirit is still calling you to do your part. And there are little small tasks Spirit is asking you to complete right now that all go into the bigger picture of you manifesting like your perfect person or a perfect relationship. So we have the Death card in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. Something I can definitely see is in the way is that Death card is talking about somebody of the past or talking about something that you haven't let go of. So again, whatever it is for you, letting go, I would say, is the first step. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. Spirit is saying a lot of this is out of your control at this point. It could be your person has other things that they're doing where they need to align themselves with you. It could be like the higher power, Spirit, God, the divine, having different things that still need to be done. We have the Chariot card here. Maybe your best self is when you're more successful or when you're more in alignment with who you want to be. Spirit is saying you want to jump into a connection. Oh, we got the Star card at the bottom of the deck. Spirit's saying, oh, that's so interesting too, because group 1 got the Sun and the Star. You may have been called to listen to group 1. As well, but we have the, the Magician in reverse. So Spirit is like, you're trying to jump steps. You want it all to come together, but you don't even know who you are yet. You want this like full, happy, family picture, but who are you in that picture? Homesteader? And even if that's what it is, even if you're just, a homemaker, someone who takes care of the home, like, are you confident about that? What else do you have in your life that makes it full though? Like there's still other aspects needed. So we have the Devil card here. There's a little bit of an energy of you wanting to skip steps or cheat or have that Star card wish fulfillment like right now. And you've been bumping your head on different types of manifestation techniques and trying to focus on or do other things other than what Spirit is leading you to do. And I feel like Spirit's like, all right, enough is enough. Let's actually complete, the steps that I've been telling you to take. We have the Four of Swords in reverse and the Six of Swords. So it's like, nah, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do my part. Six of Swords, I just want to move on to my next phase, my next cycle, my transition. I just want to travel. I want to move. I want to be experiencing the life of my dreams. Four of Swords, I don't want to be patient for it. I don't want to think about, how to get there. I don't want to do the work. I want it to be easy. So I feel like you guys are kind of getting in your own way at this time. We do have the Four of Wands in reverse, which would kind of be like a standstill or a marriage denial. Maybe you've been engaged before and that's a part of what holds you back or what's weighing on you. Like thinking about, is this just going to be another situation like I've already been through? Is this real? You may have a hard time, really trusting people and feeling like there is anyone out there who's worthy to really take care of you in that way. So Spirit is like, I'm breaking you down. I'm breaking down the walls. We got the Justice card at the bottom of the deck. At the end of the day, you are going to have a life to be proud of. At the end of the day, you'll still experience wish fulfillment. But Spirit is saying it has to be done, the right way. And I feel like it just has to be done the right way because that's how you ensure that you get the right partner. If you wanted to be married, you could honestly probably have already been married, or you could be married now. You can go on a dating app and find somebody who wants marriage. But will that person actually be down for you? Will they be loyal for you? Do they have good character? Are they a good match for you? Say you have a big personality. Are they someone who can handle that? Say you have more of a meek personality. Are they someone who won't take advantage of that? When it comes to like finding the person who you'll have that long-term connection with, yeah, sometimes for some people, it's a winded path, it's not straightforward and simple like it is, for other people. So Spirit is like empathizing, like, I know what you're going through, and yes, it is hard. I agree that it's hard, but it's time for action, and not action like working yourself to death. But I feel like action for you is actually more about tapping into your spiritual self so that you can get the messages. You know, I feel like that's where the disconnect is. Like you have a block with your third eye. You may not even be dreaming anymore. You may not be dreaming, or you may be having a hard time sleeping out of nowhere, where it's like in the past you used to have like crazy deep dreams or even lucidity in dreams. And now it's like none of that is happening. There could be a third eye block. But we have new beginnings and adventures. So Spirit is saying, like, listen, control is a big thing in your life, and Spirit's trying to get you to dissociate from control, to get you to release your need to control and to go on the adventure and go on the ride. You can't always drive is what Spirit is saying. And that may be literal for you. Like you may be someone even from high school. It's like, I don't care. I'd rather drive. I'm not putting my hand in none of these people. You know, you may have always been like that in a way. Spirit, anything else for group 2 this week in love? Yep, we got the Patience card. So I feel like the main themes, Spirit is telling you more to be present even than to be patient. But of course, yes, patience as well. Things are going to take time. Being present so that you can be led to the right places at the right time. And not everything is going to make sense. Like Spirit may tell you, make an offering to Mother Nature today. And you're thinking like, Spirit, I'm not doing this spiritual woo-woo with you today. Like, give me the tea. Like, how are we going to pay these bills? Spirit's like, give Mother Nature a bag of fruit. And you're like, I'm not doing that. So you're ignoring it and things aren't working out. And you're wondering like why things aren't working out. And Spirit's like, well, I told you what to do. Lean not on your own understanding. I know you don't understand it, but this is your step. So I say all that to say a lot of it isn't necessarily going to make sense, but it is going to be to your betterment. And it is going to better align you with what it is that you want. So it is best for you to lean in at this time to those nudges. And yeah, that's what I got for you, group 2. My Etsy is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading, and that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the blue stone, we're using the Star Tarot for you today, and we're gonna see this week in love what will happen. What will come in? Spirit, this is for group 3. Group 3 with the blue stone. What is happening this week for group 3 in love? Ooh, you guys, right away, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We have actions speak louder than words. Open your eyes and take your power back. Very powerful cards. The first one says, if you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they're doing. Open your eyes says, if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And take your power back says, you are giving someone control over how you feel. Your happiness should only depend on you. So take this moment to affirm, I call my power back from all spaces, places, and times, from all people and things. I am whole, and I remain in wholeness in this moment and furthermore. Affirm that, get that deep down connection with your innermost self. And let's see what else comes out, Spirit, for group 3. We have difficulties. I feel like you guys have really been bumping your head with someone, and Spirit at this point doesn't want you to start to associate what you're experiencing like with this specific person to who you are or what your options are in love or what's ahead. So Spirit is really telling you to let go. Spirit is telling you to let go and release someone who has been stressing you out and holding some sort of power over you. Difficulties says jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. So there could be a third party situation happening. I'm also feeling space. Tapping in, some of you may be in long distance relationships, or there may be a separation or a distance that you have to your partner physically at this time. And Spirit is telling you to let go. Something may happen this week that would really send you off the deep end. Or Spirit is trying to shield you from something, from seeing something. Like, it doesn't have to be that bad. Even if the connection isn't working out at this time, Spirit doesn't want you to see something that would really like break you or change you. Spirit is really calling you to let go so that you don't get hurt at this time. Someone may be in a really foul mood this week, you know, especially if this is like a coworker connection. Those are tricky in themselves, but especially when you have those changing of the moods and from day to day, and you're all excited, you had a good mood, and then you get to work and you realize your work bay is pissed. So all the excitement that you had goes out the window because it's like, ugh, I'm not even gonna have like the super cheeky, flirtatious shift that I thought, and my whole day is thrown off. And Spirit's like, listen, there's either other things in your life that you're trying to manifest at this time, and these huge dips in energy are not helping you. They're getting you out of alignment, or Spirit's just trying to protect you. We have separation and take a leap of faith, and that's so interesting because for you, taking a leap of faith may be letting go. You may be someone who's always fought for what it is that you wanted, or always shown up. Like when times get tough, you show up as your higher self. You really stand in your power and you're willing to do, you know, whatever needs to be done to get to your end goal. But this is one of those situations where you're not the captain. You're not necessarily in control at this time. And a leap of faith for you may be to allow universal order to correct the situation or this person for you. And if that's very foreign to you, yeah, it's going to feel like a leap of faith. Separation says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Take a leap of faith says only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great reward. So again, the leap of faith is based on your comfort zone. If you're someone who's already super ambitious, you know, it's easy for you to go for what it is that you want, but you're not maybe used to, you know, sitting and allowing, you know, what feels like defeat or what feels like a closed door to just eat at you. You take action. I feel like you guys are really in your masculine energy, and I don't feel that Spirit is trying to tell you to get out of your masculine energy. I just feel Spirit trying to tell you not to channel your masculine energy towards this situation, not this week. It wouldn't be helpful, or it would misalign you in some way. Spirit. Yeah, someone needs a break, and also someone is feeling a lot of pressure at this time. You may have been dealing with someone for a while and things have been going very good, but Spirit is saying you're worthy of love. If they're not showing up on their, you know, P's and Q's, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, there are plenty of fish in the sea, and you need to allow yourself to experience other people. Let this person have a moment where they realize your value because you're not there. It's too much, consistency. Like they don't appreciate you anymore. I've been having like such deep reflections and insight of how like abundant the position I am in is. Like just literally just the fact that I live in the United States. Like you go outside of this country, things are not the same. They're not the same. And, you know, living here allows me to, you know, every day just experience there being abundance of resources. Oh, my biggest worry is my grocery store is out of the pesto I like. Not that there is no grocery store to get nothing from, you know. So when you're used to living in abundance, it doesn't matter if it's like an overabundance and you're truly spoiled. If you're used to it, you're just not going to see it that way. So Spirit for some of you is calling you to pull back your energy, at least temporarily, so people can get back on their shit, because otherwise the energy is going to shift, and you know, people may start not treating you well, and it has nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with psychology, Albert Einstein's law of relativity. Like it's relative to them. You know, if they always have you, it's not about love. It's just like you're always, you know, there. So Spirit's calling you to pull your energy back. We also have finding common ground and spend some time. I feel like you guys are going to find common ground as you're in separation with someone, even if things are going good. By the way, Spirit is still talking to y'all. Yes, even when things are going good, pull back your energy. Give them a little bit of distance. Give them a little bit of pain. Give them a little bit of contrast. It's going to be healthy for you. You know, you can't say yes to your kids all the time. They get spoiled. They get used to certain things. And then they're monsters. You know, you have to treat people. It's just psychology. It's really common sense. Like, I'm so annoyed by the perspective, like, love is supposed to cure all. I cannot resonate. I'm like, how do people really be out here really thinking that love is going to motivate people to go against their biology, psychology, and literal nature? Like, what is wrong with y'all? I'm sorry, but it's just like, we got to get out of the illusion sometimes. So we can set this shit up right. So we can set it up so it can be sustainable and you can really live good for good, not for temporary. Like I'm such an end goal kind of person. My Mars is in Virgo. I'm always looking at the end goal. I like to do things with opulence, perfection, the right way so that you can have it sustainably forever. So yeah, it may be hard to hear, but trust, I'm on your side. But anyways, we have synchronicity. So I also feel like Spirit is saying, telling you to disconnect this week just so you can get away from all the noise so that you can pick up on some of the messages. Spirit is trying to give you deeper insights about your person, of what's to come, about yourself, about other people and other things. And this is just a good time to, you know, spend some time separated from people so that you can get those messages that Spirit is trying to deliver to you. That's really going to help you have more success because you need to get those messages. These deeper insights about the people that you're dealing with, deeper insights of what's to come, what's being called of you, all of that. Yeah, we have reunion and high maintenance. So Spirit is saying, like, don't you worry. Yeah, I'm calling you to let go, but not forever. High maintenance, just because this connection needs some TLC or Spirit has, you know, been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty and you haven't been able to tap in. And it's like funny, but also serious because the body is a vehicle and it is our vehicle in which we can navigate a physical plane, even though we are a soul, something that is spread out and infinite. So quite literally, Spirit's trying to, you know, give you the download. Spirit's trying to, you know, get you together. Spirit, what else is going on for group 3 this week? We have the King of Swords, King of Pentacles in reverse. I also get an energy that there is like one leg of your journey that is closing. The Ten of Wands kind of wanted to come out in reverse. And Spirit is saying, yes, there's a cycle completion, but also there may be some sort of avoidance of that. Cycle completion is not an ending. So Spirit is trying to get you to move on to the next phase, to the next level. But I feel like, you know, for some of you, you've just been really enjoying where you have been. And you're like, no, I don't want that. And if you don't want it, you know, fine. Spirit will still work with you. We got the Three of Pentacles, which is a card of working with the higher power. And then we have the Hanged Man. So Spirit is like, surrender to the higher plan, surrender to the higher power, surrender to the higher, you know, the power within. And what I'm trying to show you, I just heard decalcify. Decalcify that pineal gland. Make sure you're continuing to drink that mugwort tea or whatever it is you drink to induce dreams. Magic Mexican dream herb is a good one too. That one tastes really, really strong though. Mugwort is good. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So I see that there is a cycle that's ending, and it's a cycle in your relationship. And Spirit is like, okay, this relationship is deepening. It's opening up to the next level. Things are changing in your reality. But I see you a little stuck and trying to hang on. You guys may not like change very much. Or you really like the way things are. Yeah, Six of Cups in reverse and the Fool card in reverse and the Three of Wands, it's like, no. It's really a control thing, because Three of Wands is like, yeah, I want the benefits. So yeah, you do still want to move forward. But with the Fool card in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like you wish you could move forward without being undisturbed. It's like you wish you can escape, you know, in a good connection, or where you have been, you know, you wish you could kind of sit in the same energy you've been sitting in, and everything can just change around you without you having to feel it. But Spirit's given out a lot of that type of energy this week. Group 2 was getting some of that as well. You may have been called to listen to Group 2. Spirit for Group 3. What's going on this week in love? We got the Five of Wands. There's a little bit of a chaotic energy, and it's really just because things are changing. We have the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords. There's a little bit of a regression that's happening, where it's like you're returning to an older version of you. It may feel like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You may end up feeling a little bit disappointed about a decision that you make this week with the Five of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I wish I didn't say that. I wish I didn't do that. I wish I didn't skip that step. I wish I listened. You know, there's a little bit of regret, or something getting awkward, or something feeling misaligned. But then there's this like frantic energy that you're in trying to fix it. And Spirit is trying to get you to get used to being taken care of. But we have the Empress that just flew out. Darn near gave me a paper cut. And so I feel it. Yes, yes, Queen, Miss Independent Mama. You don't like no direction. You don't want nobody telling you to do. You have sovereignty. You have autonomy. All of that. I agree. Trust. I'm in my Empress energy as well. Spirit will try to get me to do certain things. And it's like, you can get in line, Spirit. Sometimes it be like that. It is what it is. But we have the Empress and the Princess of Cups, so Spirit really is trying to take care of you. But when you've been the Empress so long, you know, the one calling the shots, moving things forward, running the show, the one taking care of yourself, it can be hard to let someone else in, or it can be, you know, hard to let someone else take control or take the lead or just take care of you. But I really do feel like, you know, this distance or this separation is for the best. And it's going to create that contrast that deepens appreciation, allowing this person to see your value and pour more into you. Yeah, we have vast vistas. At the bottom of this card, it says expand your horizons. So Spirit is calling you to move or expand in some way. This could be finding a new studio to work. For someone, you've been struggling to find a new workplace. This could be about finding a new park, a new cafe. Going to your same old cafe has really been harshing your mellow. Going to your same gym has really been harshing your mellow, making you feel negative. And it's supposed to be a good thing in your life, but you're feeling negative for whatever reason. Time to clear the air. Maybe this whole reading was about breaking up with your favorite coffee shop, and then it's like maybe you have a coffee shop bay that you have this like to and fro within your head, and Spirit's trying to get you to disconnect from that so you can have a real bay in the flesh. Vast Vistas is about getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your current environment, your usual environment, expanding into new places, which also aligns you with new faces, new people. Getting off the dating apps that you're currently on and trying a new one, or trying the method that Spirit has been leading you towards. We have Wise Leader and In the Flow. So Spirit is waiting for you to make your next move. Spirit also is kind of feeling like, okay, I can hear what you're saying, that you want to come in, and I have no problem, you know, co-creating with you, but you're also, maybe you have too many stipulations, or you want full control, and it's like you just want to borrow God's power so you can manifest it your way. And Spirit's like, that's just not the way it works. So Spirit is like really kind of pressuring you into surrender this week. We have wise leader. Spirit's like, you can absolutely take the first steps. Show me what you're wanting. Show me. Heavy on the show me. Maybe you've been doing a lot of talking and asking, praying, seeing, singing, communicating, writing, you know, but have you been showing in the 3D? Like, are your actions matching what it is that you're wanting or looking for? Wise leader says you are a beacon for others. So this is a good time to give your guides some direction, your spiritual team, whoever it is you're working with. Let them know, like, this is what is next. This is what I'm appointing you to do. This would also be a good time to petition a new deity, god or goddess that you can work with. And then we have in the flow at the bottom of that one. It says everything is smooth sailing. So Spirit is saying this is temporary and this is not going to be a forever thing. Spirit's not saying you always have to be used to, comfortable, and change. Spirit's not saying you always have to be changing. This too shall pass, but we do got to get on it and just handle it, and then we'll be able to move on. So we have traveling lightly, valiant courage, and grace and gratitude. So maybe it's so hard for you to move because there's too many things on your plate. Spirit is calling for you to simplify your life at this time. Simplify who you need to tell, what needs to be done. Maybe you're thinking in your head that Spirit is asking you to do some big complicated thing, but it doesn't even have to be that complicated. So seeking out ways that you can even further simplify your life, your action plan would be very beneficial. Valiant courage says take action with passion. Grace and gratitude says through gratitude, joy expands. This would be a good time to get a gratitude journal. Being grateful for what you have really does multiply abundance. It's something that's always just been hard for me personally to show gratitude and to genuinely feel grateful because, again, it's relative. Like, you know, if I always get food every day, it's hard for me to be grateful for it, you know. So I've always struggled with gratitude, but when I was really going in and making it, I had an app that I would keep my gratitude notes on and what I'm grateful for. When I was really into that, there was definitely a huge quantum leap that happened at that time. But it's just so hard for me personally, so even I have to work on that. But that's what I got for you, Group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 4 with the green stone, this is your reading. We're using the Mermaid Tarot for you. And we're going to see what will happen in love this week. Spirit, this is for Group 4. Group 4 with the green stone. What is happening in love for Group 4 this week? We have faith and be honest as the first two cards that have jumped out for you. Have faith says the angels are working behind the scenes to make this relationship flourish. Be honest says heart-to-heart conversations are necessary. It is safe for you to talk about your feelings. So there's a conversation that definitely needs to be had this week, and it seems like you guys are apprehensive to have it. And this doesn't even have to be a conversation like with another person that you're interested in or that you're dating. For some of you, obviously that is the case, but you'll know it because, you know, you'll have that, you know, be your situation. You'll be able to see like, oh, there's this person and I've been wanting to say something to them or I want to move forward with them, but it hasn't moved forward. Of course, that would be your scenario. But I really feel like for a lot of you, this is about being honest with your guides and with Spirit and with yourself about what it is that you want and what it is that you're, you know, ready for. For some of you, maybe you just want to have the summer of your life. Some of you just want to have like, you know, fun. You want to have good experiences. You don't want, you know, something serious. Spirit's like, don't be afraid to communicate that. Don't be afraid to be honest about that. Because the sooner we can be honest about what it is that you want, the sooner we can have it. Some of you, you've always been single or you've always been open to multiple people, having, different relationships going on, but you are ready for something, more serious and more consistent. And it's scary for you to ask for that because it's so unlike you, or for some of you, you feel like it implies certain things. You feel like if you want a relationship, then that implies you're domestic, or that implies that you're weak in some way. And that just isn't at all true. So Spirit is calling for you to be honest this week. We have boundaries and open yourself to love. So the truth is, you are opening to love, and you're getting closer to what it is that you want to manifest. For those of you who have been working on manifestation and manifesting something in your life, you're getting really close to that. Boundary says you need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will and will not allow. So I'm definitely feeling like there's a conversation that needs to be had, but I also feel like for some of you who aren't dealing with someone, it's about like taking stock this week and getting clear on what your new beliefs are, what your current beliefs are, what your current standards are. What does someone need to provide in order to be in a emotional, like a romantic relationship with you? Is it emotional stability? Is it financial stability? Like, be honest, like, be real. Like, what are your standards? What does it take? Or what do you require in this time? What's going to make you feel fulfilled? And, Spirit's asking you to do that for a reason. So it would definitely behoove you to lean in and allow yourself to do this. Opening yourself to love says it's safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. I get an energy group 4, like ask and you shall receive. We have stay optimistic and true love. So yeah, I really do feel like you're aligning yourself with true love, and Spirit is telling you to stay optimistic and be open right now for a reason, because it's going to help you. It's going to align you to what it is that you want. But at the bottom of the deck, we do have letting go. So, there's this energy of purging your old beliefs, your old standards, and creating new ones, and being real about what it is you want. Like, seriously, a year ago, the person that I would have thought that I would have needed is so different than the person that I feel like I need now. And even from my, year ago self, like the person that I would have asked for at that point would be totally different than 3 years ago. So, normalize changing your mind, changing your opinion, and changing it, what it is that you need. Stay optimistic says positive thinking and faith will bring romance into your life. True love says this is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. So I do see some sort of sustainable love coming in. I do see this being a very good thing for you. And ultimately, I see Spirit, calling you to let go of the old love that you have, or the old standards that you have, the old requirements that you have. You're no longer the version of yourself that you were a year ago. So obviously what you're going to need will change. Just like you allow yourself to grow and evolve, allow your, needs to grow and evolve with that. Spirit for group 4. Wow, we have clean the clutter and cats out of the bag. So 2 cards kind of talking about clearing and then being clear about what it is that you want. And I feel like it's just important for you to write it down. I don't know why. A lot of times, or lately, specifically me personally, Spirit has been, having me do a lot of weird things. I just did a ritual for someone who passed the other day that I didn't even know. And I just got used to it. I'm just like, okay, this is not the first time Spirit asked me to do work for someone I don't know I've never seen. So let's just freaking do it. Leaning in, and a lot of times I can see how that does benefit me. So it is what it is. Sometimes Spirit will ask you to do things and you won't know why in the moment or see why it's connected, but you definitely will in retrospect and be glad that you did. So for whatever reason, it's important for you to write down what it is that you want and need from a partner. And also to look at that and compare it to what it is that you wrote down the last time that you did this activity, if you've ever done it. If you've never done it, okay, that would make complete sense, because, you know, Spirit's trying to get you all the way together, all the way in alignment, to get your conscious brain to align with your unconscious brain, your, you know, right brain and left brain to align. We have You Look Good, Shine Your Light, and Crazy for Love. So group 4, the world is ready to have you. With that Crazy for Love energy, I feel like most of you, oh, there's another card that was sitting under You Look Good. I didn't even see it. We have Let Love In. That was hiding under there. But as I was saying, for a lot of you, it's like, dang, what was I talking about? Oh, you can already see with that Crazy for Love energy that people are noticing. People are noticing the glow up. You know how like when you start working out or you lose weight or something, they say it takes like 4 weeks for you to notice it, 6 weeks for your immediate friends and family to notice it, I don't know, 8 weeks for everyone else to notice it, something like that. It's like that kind of energy where you can already pick up on the shifts and the micro movements. You can already tell that people are looking at you in a different way. You know, people are paying more attention. Their eyes are lingering on you, or they're double taking, they're looking back, they're going out of their way to be around you, spend more time with you, to make an impression on you or to be near you. A lot of you can already, you know, see that, and Spirit is trying to get you to step further and further into that. You know, you look good, shine your light, share your talents, allow other people to experience you, to indulge in you, to see what you have to offer, to appreciate you. And then we have Let Love In, where it's like, you know, in some way, some of you are, you know, blocking love, and it may just really not be, it may be that your conscious mind is not activated and in alignment with what you want. If you've been daydreaming for a while and just kind of, you know, trying to find peace or happiness in the things that you have in your life that kind of hold you over or make you feel good, you know, like if you've been reading, you know, romance books or playing romance games, or on a specific social media, participating in different conversations, consuming different kind of content that makes you confident, you know, a lot of time you can get so stuck in your habit and what you're used to that you don't even realize, you know, you're closed off for something to actually come in. So you have someone, you know, that you're actively, you know, dealing with, or so that you can like participate instead of just being a part of the conversation, like participate in the action. So I feel like for some of you, you just got your little routine, or, you know, you're kind of set with the way things are. It's been, you know, sustainable for the most part. It's been bringing you a good amount of happiness. The Spirit's like, all right, it's time to have some fun in the 3D. Like Spirit's really trying to get you to mix and mingle with other people. Spirit wants you to reap the benefits of like the pretty privilege that you have right now, or the attention or the energy. Like just your aura is sucking people in. It's like people are so invested and interested in you, and Spirit wants you to like really indulge in that. We have You're Worth Love and Invitation. Some of you guys are throwing yourself into work. Some of you guys are preoccupied to the max. We have too much on my mind and shocked. So it's like hard for you to even really take enough time to appreciate or notice just how much impact you have on people, and just how differently people are affected by your presence, you being around, you being in the mix, you know, feeling like they have you as an option. Like if you really were to pay attention, you'd probably see a bunch of people like showboating or trying to get your attention right now. But for some of you, you're maybe just focused on other things. Too much on my mind is probably something to do with finances or life purpose, or it could be your self-concept. Typically that energy comes up when it's something that really weighs on the heart space, like something, or not even the heart, the solar plexus, like something that actually does get to you or affect you. Like if you don't have your stability together, if you're not making enough money, you can't be in a open energy to love and because there's other things that you know, consciously have to focus on. So, and that may be very much so true. You may have like bills that are due and things like that make it hard for you to focus on love, but Spirit is wanting you to invest at least some time in opening up and integrating and talking to people, being more open, and engaging and enjoying this attention that you have right now, like it goes in phases. Like even the most attractive person will have like phases. Like if you think of like, you know, famous people like Scarlett Johansson, love her, shout out to her. It's like in certain movies like Salt, oh, she fucking does it for me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the movie, but she freaking does it. But then I see her as like, you know, an Avenger, and I'm like, what is that? Like, it's not giving, it's not as polarizing. Why am I not? Because I'm telling you, like this woman, oh, I'm so obsessed with her. She's so freaking hot. Anyways. You could just think of famous people and it's like they have certain movies or spaces or times where they're more attractive and when they're not, or when they're more lucky and they're not. And this is just one of those times where you are more attractive, group 4. So Spirit's like, have your moment, have your moment. Like, have your moment. If you don't get this moment, because what I'm not going to do is allow 6 months to pass. And then finally you're like, I'm ready for some attention now. And then you're crying to the universe like, universe, why is no one looking at me? And the Spirit's like, I've been trying to show you and get you. Spirit's like, come on. You guys may be really controlling at this time, just energetically. Or it may just take time, you know, for you to come out of your comfort zone and to follow through on those intuitive nudges. It just feels like your masculine energy has been more of a safety net for you, more dependable for you, something that you really associate with now. You really like being in your masculine energy. For some of you, it's like no one can make you feel bad for being in your masculine energy. You know, it's been something that has protected you and kept you going, and something that has been a good benefit to you. But Spirit's like, listen, there's a time and place for everything, and this is just a time for other things. This is a time for you to be appreciated. And also, you know, you're blocking other people's blessings because they can't even sit and bask in your glory. Like they don't even get to, you know, see you and bask in your energy and be in awe of you. So you're blocking their blessings, because what if you were the thing that's going to brighten up someone's day, be the brightest part of someone's day, is just seeing you in passing as you're mindlessly, you know, walking to the gym. And it's like, you don't even know the impact you're having on other people. They can't even have their blessings. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're just ready for the next thing. That's another thing. You may blow past like accomplishments in general without, like, it's like it may even go so far as to make you uncomfortable to like have a celebration of you, or to be uplifted, or to have like main character moments. Like when you graduated, it could have been something that you were like, I don't even want to party. I just want to move on to the next thing. Like it's not an accomplishment. It's a product of my hard work. It's not something I feel like celebrating. Like there may be a little bit of that there with some of you, where it's like you just have a hard time celebrating in general. Maybe it's just not your thing. I don't feel like that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't feel like people always have to be happy all the time at all. So I'm a Cancer. I'm ruled by the moon. I go through every emotion. I value connections personally the most with people who allow me to go through all of my moods. I don't like people that only like me when I'm happy, or only like me when I'm entertaining. You know, I like connections where it's like people can appreciate me for every, you know, side of me. So you may be like that as well. I don't feel like that's necessarily a bad thing. But we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups in reverse. So there is a blessing trying to come through. 8 of Cups in reverse. You may be still hanging on to your last love when it's like, dude, you don't even identify with that person anymore. Like you're nothing like them. They're nothing like you. Like you guys have nothing in common anymore. That version of your person that you have in your head may not even exist. But it's a sense of normalcy to a lot of you. So it's hard to dissociate from. Some of you guys are lovesick, still tripping off, you know, your ex that you haven't dealt with for months or years, for a long time. And Spirit's like, meanwhile, I'm trying to put someone in your life so you can have new memories. And you're still stuck on this ex that you're not even really stuck on, because you're only, you know, giving them any energy because it's just a sense of familiarity. It's not even like love. So we have the 6 of Wands in reverse and the Devil card. There's a lot of self-sabotage happening this week. Try to be mindful of just of yourself in general, because it feels like people are trying to have conversations with you, or people are trying to, like, flirt with you and things like that. But it does seem like you are rather closed off, because for some of you, it's just that you're focused on the next thing, the next accomplishment, the next, place you got, the next thing you got to do. And for some of you, you just don't like the attention. For some of you, it's just like you like control. But we have so many good cards that came out. Have faith, open yourself to love, be optimistic, true love. But it does seem like you're blocking it. Group 4, this would be a good time to get some uncrossing work done. Uncrossing or a coffin spell to help you move past that, your old life, to help you start that new beginning. I do spell work I offer it on my Etsy shop. And if you're witchy, you can uncross yourself as well, do some uncrossing work. I would do some grid work on the outside of your home as well. Make sure you're keeping up on that. We have the Emperor in reverse, the Judgment card here, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So what I do see is an opportunity, but I got to be honest. I mean, Ace of Cups in reverse, the Emperor in reverse does seem like it's coming at an awkward time. It's like Spirit is trying to get you to be like, it's like, read the room, Spirit. Like, for example, if you're struggling financially, like, it just seems like the wrong time. Like, why is Spirit leading me to do, XYZ? Why is Spirit, trying to get me to be open when I got bills to pay? Like, or why is Spirit, trying to get me to open up now? I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to get hurt. So there's a little bit of a struggle going on between you and Spirit, a little bit of an internal struggle going on as well. Spirit, let's get some advice for group 4 this week in love. What can they do? What will help them? We have unstick the stuck and befriend the word polarize. So Spirit is like, what you're not gonna do, or what I can't, I can't always make it comfortable for you. This is the week of unsticking the stuck. This is the week of getting out of your own way, being honest about, okay, how are the ways that I'm, being too conservative with my energy? How can I be more open with my energy? Maybe it starts with allowing people to small talk me a little bit, even if you don't really like small talk, allowing, yourself to engage, even if you've been betrayed by coworkers or friends in the past, allowing yourself to be open to making new friendship, to be open to having conversations with coworkers who haven't betrayed you. I feel like it all stems from the boundaries. You've had these boundaries and this masculine energy that has protected you for a long time. But, it's time for a new era. It's time for something else. And with befriend, the word polarize, Spirit is like, yeah, get used to the polarization. Get used to there being negative with the good and good with the negative. Get used to, the polarity and the differences and the shifts. At the bottom of the deck, we have the distraction of shiny things. So maybe you guys are trying to manifest like your life partner, and you don't want to entertain any connection that's going to be a half step to that. You just want the final thing. But Spirit is, really not letting up on this. There's a reason for all of this. So trust is going to be huge this week, but Spirit has a plan. And yeah, that's what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.